Get started because I think we're live. We got a few people on, and if you have anybody else that needs to be on this, please feel free to invite them. For those that don't know me, of course you all know me, it's Tony Lucero, and tonight I get to talk about something that is very near and dear to me, and a conversation that I've been waiting to have with you wonderful people, and I think you're ready for it. I think you're ready for this conversation tonight. So I hope you have a pen. I hope you have something to write with. Hopefully you have your journal. You guys got your journals. Give me some hearts so I know you guys are here. You can hear me. Everybody hear me? Hearts, thumbs up, everything. Cool. It might just be working out. Looks like everybody's just logging on right now. So I probably just went live right now. So I'll wait another second or two. So tonight, you guys, we're going to talk about activation. We're going to talk about how you get activated, what the heck that means, things you can do right now to get on the path and go from there. So activation, it's kind of a word that I've been playing and toying around with for a while. It's a word that when I was on my path, and I was realizing when I was becoming awake to things, when I was open to things, and things were happening in my life, that I literally felt like I felt empowered. I felt a new sense of urgency. I felt new life and new energy, and I felt that I could see things coming, and I felt that I just felt so more alert. And it wasn't just an instant thing. It wasn't something that just came and went. It's like for a period of time, I just felt enlightened. I felt awake. I felt empowered. I felt energized. I felt energy. I felt a connection with people and places and things. And I had this frequency in my head, this vibration going on in my head that is very loud, not annoying. It's not a ringing in my head. It's just a vibration that you can hear. It's kind of like you're stuck between a radio station. And I started having this feeling, and that feeling, this frequency, allowed me just to kind of know what to say and know what to do. And the right people showed up in my life, and all these things were happening. And I realized there's something that happened inside of me. I literally became awakened, but I like to use the word activated. So for those people that are reading my book, I talk about activation and what it is. So this is more than motivation. This is more than you going, oh my gosh, I read this great book, or I saw this great thing, or I went to this great place, or I had this great experience, and I feel amazing. It's much more than that. It is literally, it is a knowing. That's probably the best way to describe it. It is a knowing and a feeling that you know is not a temporary thing. Like once you become activated, all of a sudden, like you're on this path of excitement, of discovery, right? The reason why my book's called How to Give Birth to a Kondor, A Guide to Discovery, is because you're on a path of discovery, and that path is exciting. That path of not knowing what's next, and that path of knowing that there's treasure maybe along the road, or there's things that are going to happen to you that are going to enable you to become better. You guys, that's truly the excitement, and why activation is a long-term thing. So it's one thing to go to a seminar. It's one thing to read a book and go, oh my gosh, I feel great. And then you slip back into the monotony of life, the mediocrity of life, or the challenges of your life. It's another thing to have a feeling that you're activated, and it's like you just know. Like you know what your purpose is, you know what your passion is, you know what you should be doing, and you start to go down that road, and all of a sudden things just start happening that you cannot explain. And that is the excitement of somebody that's on a path of activation. So activation to me it's an awakening. It is the opening of yourself and the discovery of that light that's inside you that is just wanting to beam, that's just wanting to, kind of like this picture back here, right? It's wanting to, it's wanting just to present itself and show the world how amazing that you are. Because all of you are extremely amazing creatures. Like more amazing that you give yourself credit for, more amazing that you know. Some of you look in the mirror and go, oh, I see this flaw, that flaw, this. And you don't see, right? You don't see maybe the beauty or the strength or the perfection that you are, right? You don't see that. You just see the flaws and you see that and, you hear the voices and all that. When you're on a path and when you become activated, it's like you begin not to see those things. I know I've got things. I know I have, when I look in the mirror, I know there's some stuff there, but what I see is something beautiful. What I see and what I feel is something wonderful. I don't go, oh, look at that. Oh, you've got you've got a receding hairline, or you've got, you need more of that, and you need to make that bigger, and you need to move that smaller, and move that. I don't see all that. What I see is a person that is awakened, that is activated, that I know that if I stay on this path, that things are going to start happening. Things are going to continue to happen. So activation to me, you guys, is a path that all of you are on at different degrees. There are different levels of it, right? You might have just started it. Like you just might have started discovering, that you want more out of your life. You might now just discovered that, you have the power of choice and that you're not going to settle for a life that's, like it used to be. Right? There is nothing in your past, you guys. There is nothing in your past that you need to be dragging into your present right now. There's nothing ugly in your past that you need to be dragging right now into your present. So, if we know that, why do we live in the past? Why do we have things that play in our head from stuff that happened 15, 20 years ago? Well, you're reading books. You're surrounding yourself with people, you're showing up to places, you're walking in nature, you're doing all these things. Why are you doing all these things? Hopefully you're doing them. Well, it's because you realize there's something else. And the more that you do that something else, the more that you're open to what that something else is, the more activated you become, and the more confident you become, the more you have these superpowers that you never knew you had. The more you find the strength that you never knew you had. The more when you look in the mirror, or when you say something, it's nothing negative. You don't see negativity. It is what it is. You are what you are. Right now, you are a residual effect of all the decisions that you've made in your past, of all the things that you do. If you're overweight, there's a good chance it's the food that you're eating. It's the environment that you're in. Maybe the environment that you're in is not healthy. And maybe the foods that you're eating because of the unhealthy environment are contributing to that, right? So you guys, everything that we do, when you're truly, truly, truly awakened, and you truly realize the power that you have in that awakened state, in that activated state, when you truly realize that, then the magic starts to happen. Then the magic starts to happen. Right? So here's how you become activated, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some steps. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give you some things. And here is my challenge to you. Here's my request of you. Here is my when I go to bed at night and I say, I'm grateful for these wonderful things. My intention is to give you something tonight. And what I want from you is I want you to apply these things. There are so many awesome things in my book. There are so many wonderful little nuggets that if you applied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, starting right now, you would start to feel empowered. You would start to feel enlightened. You would start to feel activated. You'd start to feel untouchable. You'd start to feel bulletproof. You'd start to feel all these amazing things. But you have to apply these things. And that's where a lot of people miss it. Because if you're not applying the things that you're learning, you're not applying the teachings, and then you're not doing something I'm going to tell you guys about at the end here, if you're not doing that, then you'll always just kind of be stuck, and you won't truly fly like that condor behind me. Isn't that awesome? All right. So here's what I want you to do. Okay. So number 1, on the step of activation, on the step of awakening, on the step of discovering what your power is, on the step of turning on the light, on the step of self-discovery, on the step of, getting started, here's what you need to do first. This is going to be tough for some of you, because I know some of you have a lot going on, and I know some of you have a busy life, I know some of you have these tapes that play. I know that some of you won't discipline yourself enough to do this. But here we go. Here we go. Number one is you have to get quiet. You have to get quiet. You have to get quiet. And you can do that any way you like. Some people call it meditation. Some people I call it Tony time. You can call it meditation. You can call it you're in a timeout. You can call it your quiet time. But you have to get quiet. From the time that we wake up in the morning till the time we go to bed, and even when we're sleeping, for those people that have a hard time sleeping, this is going at a gazillion miles an hour. Your head just like spinning around. You got all this stuff going on. And it is so hard for most people to slow down and get quiet. So I'm going to ask you to set aside time every morning or every night or in the afternoon or on your lunch break. Go out to the car, go out to the park, go do something, but spend some quiet time. And in that quiet time, that cell phone that you're probably looking at, some of you are looking at, in that quiet time, that cell phone that's probably right there by the desk or right next to your bed right now, as maybe as you're listening to me, that cannot be on. It can't be on. Like you have to physically take it and shut it off when you're in this quiet time. Or if you are meditating in a room, do not take it into the room that you're meditating in, because what will happen is your brain will be going, I wonder who's calling me. I wonder who needs me. I wonder who's texting me. I wonder what's happening on Facebook. I forgot to Snapchat that I'm going into meditation. All this stuff starts happening, and you won't allow yourself an opportunity to be quiet. You got to get quiet. You guys, a long time ago, I heard that thing, silence is golden. I didn't know what that meant as a kid growing up in California and 6 years old. I think I was the first time I ever heard that. My teacher go, hey, shh, silence is golden. And we're like, what are you talking about? Silence is golden. You guys, silence is golden. In many cases, silence can be the most wonderful gift that you can give yourself. On the way to activation, on the way to awakening, on the way, you guys, you have to practice this. It has to be part of who you are. You need to give yourself a timeout. You need to unplug from the world. You need to unplug from your family. You need to unplug from Facebook and Snapchatting and Twittering and all the, unplug. Physically shut the phone off. There's power in that. You want to have power? Shut your phone off and have quiet time. What I like to do first thing in the morning is I wake up without an alarm. And so as soon as I wake up, whenever that is, it's early. I'm an early riser. I got stuff I got to do. What will happen is I'll just lay in bed and I take my right hand and I put it right here over my heart. And I take my left hand and I put it right there in my solar plexus. And I just lay there and I close my eyes and I literally just focus in on my breath. For those that bought my book, know that you all got a gift. I sent you all something. Hopefully you're doing your 4-7-8 breathing technique. I hope that you are. But I do that, which relaxes me, calms me down. And then I go through a gratitude list where I just say, I'm grateful for this, these 5 things, these 10 things, whatever comes into my space in that quiet time, I'm grateful for that. Hand on the heart, hand on the solar plexus, and you just chill. You just get quiet. No hurry, no rush. What are you grateful for? And just listen to the sound of your breath. Listen to maybe the birds. Maybe you've never heard the birds before. Maybe that alarm goes off. You pop out of bed and you're freaking running in the shower, running to get coffee, running to get here, running to get the kids, running to take the dogs out. You got all this stuff that you're doing. But what if that alarm goes off and you literally program your brain, say it's going to go off. I normally get it at 5:30. Now I'm going to get it at 5:20. And it goes off at 5:20. Shut it off, completely power it down, and just lay in bed and just be quiet and just be still and just take in the beauty of that silence and the beauty of that peace, right? Unless you have a newborn baby, something like that. But my dogs sleep in my bed with me. They don't move. They don't make a noise. They don't do anything until Dad gets up. Right? They'll lay right there at my feet, between me and my wife. They'll lay right there. It doesn't matter. They don't do anything until Dad gets up or Mom gets up, right? So be quiet. Hand on the heart. Hand on your solar plexus. Focus on your breath and just relax. That's all I want you to do. quiet. Here's what's crazy. Guess what you can do before you go to bed? Watch this. This is crazy. Some of you are going to freak out and go, oh my God, how is that even possible? Can you really even do that? Watch this. Before you go to bed, hand on your heart, hand on your solar plexus. Close your eyes. I'm grateful for this and this and this conversation, and this person, and this beautiful weather, and this thing, and that money to do this, and all these wonderful things. And breathe. And notice how peaceful everything can be simply by you getting quiet. Okay, so there you go. Step number 1 is you got to get quiet. This has to be part of who you are. You have to honor that. You have to honor that. What I mean by that is you take that phone and you shut it off and you spend time with the most important person in the world. It's not your kids, sorry. It's not your wife or your husband, sorry. It's not your little chihuahua, sorry. It's you. Because the better that you become, the better you are for everybody else. The better you feel, the better everything else is around you. Everything feels around you. I can promise you that. You have to take time out. You have to get quiet. All right? Give me some hearts if this is something you're going to do. You probably are. I just can't see it. But you guys, you have to do this, okay? So, number 2 is you have a decision to make with regards to what you want to do with your life. You have a decision to make. Your decision, I would like to think, is that you want to always do something in the pursuit of happiness. That everything you do, the money that you make, the places you go, the people you meet, the career you choose, the relationships that you're in, all of that, you're doing these things because of happiness, because it brings you a degree of happiness. You don't want to do something because it's going to piss you off. I say no to a lot of things. I say no to going to a lot of things because I really don't feel that I want to. It's not that I'm being mean. It's just that I have a decision to make. And if I don't want to go to that thing, or if I want to experience that or be I don't do that because I'm not going to do that person or that place or that experience any service if I'm not really mentally there or my heart's not there. Does that make sense? So I want you to understand is you have to make a decision on the type of life that you want. Every moment of the day, are you doing something that makes you happy? Yes, you might be in a job that you're miserable at, but you have a choice that you could probably, if your job sucks and you're unhappy doing it, you could probably make a decision to find something else to do that brings you happiness and put a plan into motion so that you don't have to go to a workplace or deal with people that you don't want to deal with. If I have somebody in my life that is a negative Nelly and I don't want them in my life, you guys, it's so beautiful. I have the power to remove that person from my life. I have the power to, if it's a Facebook friend, to remove them as a friend. I have the power to, when they call and they want to complain about something, because I know that's what they do, I have the power to say, do not accept or not answer the phone. I have the power to do that, you guys. And some of you just like to jump right back into it. Oh, let me, and you know the outcome of what's going to happen because you know that person. You guys, you have to make a choice. Do you want to choose happiness? Do you want to choose mediocrity? Do you want to choose depression? Do you want to choose anger? What do you want to choose? I choose to do things every single day in the direction of happiness. Walking my dogs, making phone calls, taking a time out, meditating, working out, writing something, creating something, developing something, selling something, marketing something. All these things happen in my life at the moment they need to happen. And I do it in the pursuit of happiness, usually something wonderful happens because of it, okay? So, number 1 is you got to get quiet. Number 2 is you got to decide what you want to do. You got to decide what level of happiness, if any, that you want, right? And truly, truly, truly honor that. You guys, do everything that you do should be with that in mind. People become millionaires. They love money because that money brings them a degree of what? Happiness, potentially, right? People seek love because love brings them a degree of what? Happiness, right? So, you guys, that's the underlying belly of everything that we do has to deal with this idea of being happy. So choose something that makes you happy, okay? If you're going to be happy changing your eating style and your eating habits, then do it. If you know it's the right thing to do, just do it. If you're going to be happy not going to this party because you know the people that are going to be there and it's the same old thing, then don't do it. Do things that make you happy, okay? So decide and choose happiness in your life. And you'll find yourself pushing away a lot of people and a lot of things and a lot of events and a lot of stuff that you don't want to do, need to do, have time to do, and don't even care to do anymore. Because you've evolved and you've become awakened and you become activated and you become ready, right, for more wonderful things to happen in your life. And you're not living in the past. Guys, the only thing we have to live for is this moment right now. All of you that are watching right now, all of you that are taking notes, all of you that are doing stuff right now, you guys, this is what's happening right now in your life. Right now. You listening to me and us having a conversation about how to get to the next chapter, how to get to the next level in our lives. This is what's happening right now. It's not happening tomorrow. It's happening right now. So this is the most important time of your life is what's happening right now. A lot of people have a hard time with that. A lot of people have right now, but then they have their past. And they live in their past. Right? You guys, all that matters is right now at this moment. That's it. There's nothing I can do about the last 5-minute conversation I just had. I don't even know what I said. For those people that know me, I can say something, it's out of my mind, and I have no idea what I just said, right? So I don't even know what I did yesterday. You guys, I'm so living in the now and loving the now and embracing the now and doing things in the now and taking advantage of the now that there's no other time I should be thinking about except what I'm doing right now. Because if I'm doing the things right now that bring me happiness, if I know what I'm doing right now are the things that excite me, I know that whatever happens later, like tomorrow or 2 months from now or a year from now, whatever is in play for me, if I stay in this moment and I choose happiness and I deliver and I stay awake and I stay activated and I do these little tiny things, I know wonderful things are going to happen. It's weird. It's weird to live like that, but I promise you, it's a much more happy place. Okay, so that's number 2. Third thing, to help you stay activated, right? To once you become activated, and all of a sudden you start seeing things and feeling things, and you don't want to ever go back to where you used to be, right? That's true activation. Like I don't ever want to have a negative thought about this or that, or I don't want to ever have a feeling of this. When that happens and you're truly activated, then wonderful things can happen. Now here's how you stay activated. You have a story. You have stuff that you've learned. Right now at this moment, you're learning something. Maybe you learned something 2 days ago. Maybe you learned something a week ago. I'm not living in the past, but you have information, good information, which is your story that you need to share with people. One of the reasons why I stay in this state of activation and I stay in the state of happiness and I stay in this because I know this is what I should be doing. This brings me happiness. Talking to you wonderful, lovely people, you little humans of love, talking to you guys brings me happiness, brings me joy. And I get to share my story with you. In my book, I share my story with you. From my childhood all the way to where I'm at right now. I can't wait to share with you my next book. Because I believe the next book's even going to be better. Because there's stuff that I didn't put in this book that I could put in the next book. Which is even, I believe, going to have a more profound effect on everything. You guys, you all have a story. You all have learned something. You all have the ability now to share that story that you have. To share that something that you learned with people. And the more that you do that, the more empowered you become, the more powerful you feel, the more awake you feel, the more energized you feel, the more fulfilled you feel. When you're pouring what you know and your wisdom and your knowledge, I don't care how old or young you are. I know we have a lot of young people on here. It doesn't matter. Some of you young people are so wise for your age. You are wise beyond your years. And you have so much you can share with the world. I want you to do that with this. I want you to share your story. I want you to share your wisdom. I want you to share this book, the things you're learning. I want you to share your growth. I want you to share your happiness. I want you to share your love. I want you to share your ideas. I want you to share your thoughts. I want you to share everything. All those wonderful things. I just want you to share all of that. There's something that you see on Facebook, like a good meme or a good caption or a good quote. I want you to share it with somebody. This is what fulfills me. I made more posts today on Facebook than I think I've made in a long time. I post a lot on Facebook, you guys, because I know a lot of people are on Facebook. And today I just was posting stuff with my dogs and posting a picture of me laying down and a picture of me working out. I didn't want to post it because I just felt like I wanted to share something with somebody. I wanted to share my happiness. I wanted to share my joy. I wanted to share my gratitude. I wanted to share part of my life. I wanted to share my family. I wanted to share my story because I wanted to do that. And in doing that, it brought me happiness. And I couldn't wait to talk to you guys tonight because this brings me happiness. And I'm so grateful and honored that all of you taking time out to listen. But what you got to do, though, is you got to make a choice that you got to share your life with people. All of you have gone through some crazy, crazy shit in your life. Crazy stuff. Stuff that people, you go, man, how did I even recover from that? Like, when it was happening, you're probably going, why is this happening to me? What's going on? Why'd you choose me? You probably looked up at the heavens and go, why me? But you survived. You made it. And I promise you there's somebody that needs to hear how you did it. There's somebody out there that needs to go, man, shoot, I needed to hear that today. I needed to feel that today. I needed to see that today. You guys, this is how I stay activated. I immerse myself in my life and I share what's happening. I share my joy, I share my excitement, I share my experiences, I share other people's stories, I share their joy, I share their life, I share their experiences, I share their feelings. And because of that, man, I'm bulletproof, y'all. I'm bulletproof. And because of that, I'm awake. And I don't ever want to go back to what it was. I don't want to ever go back to mediocrity and negativity and stuff. You guys, if Facebook is overwhelming, some of you just want to get overwhelmed by it and you keep plugging away at it. You want to make comments on negative stuff and you want to keep looking at it and feeding yourself that. Why? Does it really bring you happiness to see all the dishappiness in the world? Does it really bring you happiness to see all the crap that's going on around you? It doesn't. Then don't do it. And when you become activated, you don't want any of that. You don't want to settle. You don't want to be like everybody else. You don't want to be boring. You don't want to have... you don't want to get lost in alcohol, lost in drugs, and lost in medication. And, you have your own power. You have your own power. You have your own energy. You have your own life force. You got your own ability, your own mojo to overcome anything that's thrown at you. Look what you've done so far. I have a pretty crazy story. The people that read my book are like, oh my gosh, your mom did this, you had this, you got this, you had this happen, and all these crazy things happened. You went to Peru. I had crazy things happening. But I promise you, there's some people that have a better story than I do. Not a better story, but maybe a more painful, frustrating story than I do. There are people that I come in contact every day when we're exchanging stories. I always go, hey, what's your story? What's your story? What's your story? One of my favorite questions in the world. I love it. Is what's your story? What's your story? I love to see people talk about their story, to talk about where they've came from and what they're going through and what they've overcome and how they've, I don't know what happened, but here's what's happened to me now. I love listening to people's stories. I want that for you. See, in order to stay activated, you got to do those things that bring you happiness. You have to surround yourself in an environment that allows you to be happy, with the people that allow you, that inspire you, that raise you up. Everybody in the Kondor Society, these are amazing people in this group. There's a lot of wisdom in this group. There's a lot of great stories in this group. There's a lot of love in this group. There's a lot of gratitude in this group. There's a lot of wonderful, wonderful humans in this group. You guys, as long as we stay together, we feed off all of that wonderful energy and that frequency of just discovery. You guys, we can do anything. You guys can do anything. But you got to make a decision. Number one, you got to get quiet. You got to get quiet. You guys, you have to spend time with yourself. Right here, look at this. You just got to take that in and just feel. When's the last time you felt your heart? When's the last time you felt your breath? Like actually felt it, raising your diaphragm, raising your lungs. When's the last time you did that? Right? When's the last time you actually were more than 2.5 feet away from your phone? Shutting off your phone and putting it in your pocket, you're still attached to your phone. When's the last time you took a time out, like in the middle of the day, just said, you know what, I'm going outside, I'm going for a walk. You left your phone in the office, you left your phone in the car, you left your phone in the purse, your purse, whatever, and you just went for a walk and you said, wow, look at that. Geez, I didn't even notice that. Look at that. Touch grass, touch a rock, put your hand in the lake. I don't care, something different. Something. That's when you know that you're starting the process of activation. You'll know when you're activated when you will not settle for nothing that doesn't stimulate you in a great way, that doesn't bring you happiness. You'll know. You'll know. Because when something happens, somebody tries to derail you, you're like, hey, hold on there. And you put your hand up and it just goes away. Then you know. All of us have it in us. All of us have it in us. All of us are capable of just living a life of opulence, of abundance, living a life that's just beautiful. Living a life that's freaking beautiful. And by you being here, by you staying up late on a Sunday night, taking time away from everything, listening to me, you're allowing yourself an opportunity to start that process. Some of you are way down the path. Some of you are so far down the path and you're starting to feel like, wow, that was weird how that happened. Wow, that was weird how that happened. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. That was amazing that happened. You guys, that's when you start to know. And that's when you know you're growing. And that's when you know that you become activated. It's different than being motivated. There's a big difference. People can be motivated. I can be motivated for 15 minutes. I could be motivated after seminar. I could read this book and be motivated and then go back to my life and not apply anything and do anything and do the work. Most people do that. Most of the population does that. But you know, when you wake up in the morning and you start applying these things and doing these things, you start to feel good. And that feeling that you're discovering, it's always been there. It's just been underneath these layers of just crap, right? That feeling starts to shine. And you start to feel empowered. And you start to have more energy. And you start to do more things. And you start to be open. And you start not to put up with people's BS. And you start to become a superhero. Guys, it's the only way to live. And life is that fast. I could be gone tomorrow. I could say, hey, good night, everybody. And all of a sudden, I don't know, a meteor fall out of the sky and I'm gone. I don't know. And I don't know what's going to be for you. But all I know is that while I'm here, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy. While I'm here on this planet, I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to stay activated because I'm going to be on a path of discovery every single day. I want to be a better version of myself tomorrow, if tomorrow ever comes. Not living in the future, not planning out anything. I'll know what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. When I open up my calendar, I'll know what I'm supposed to do. But I want to be a better version of myself tomorrow than I am today. And that's all I can do. And I want to be happier tomorrow than I am today. And I want to have more love tomorrow than I have today. And I want to be around more people that bring me happiness and joy and love tomorrow than I did today. If I'm in that place and I'm sending out that energy to the universe, for those people that understand the law of attraction, right? Or in my book, I call it the law of manifestation. For those people that are truly into manifesting, if I'm in that place and that's all I feel every day is that, and I just feel all of that, guess what? There is a really, really, really good chance. And I've been doing this a while, you guys. I've been doing the manifestation thing, the visualization thing, the putting it out there thing, the thoughts become things thing for a long, long time. And things just happen. And they happen, and I'm not even surprised anymore. It's like, yep, I thought about that, felt that, knew that, wanted that, got that. Guys, that's how life's supposed to be. If I can be of anything to you, I want to be the example that this stuff that I'm sharing with you is legit. Like, this stuff does exist. The law of attraction, the law of manifestation, the law of vibration, the law of frequency, the law of energy, all this stuff exists if you apply it. Otherwise, it's not. Some people apply it for a day or two, a week. You're not activated if you do it for a week. It's an everyday thing. It is a conscious and a subconscious thing to want to know that I got to get quiet today, to want to know that I got to be grateful today, to want to know that I got to do these things today, to want to focus on happy. You guys, it is a conscious and a subconscious thing. And when that happens, look out. Your life, you're going to go, man, this is beautiful. And I want that for all of you. So, you've got a story. You got to share your story. You got to share your experiences. You got to be willing to look somebody in the eye and go, hey, what's your story? And listen to what they say. And in that, you'll be able to find something. Something will come to the surface where you go, oh, I want to share that story, how to maybe help this person. And you start doing that. And all of a sudden you become stronger. And you want to do it again. And you want to do it again. And you want to do it again. And next thing you know, you just are bulletproof. You've got a force field around you. Negativity goes and finds other people, has no time for you, right? It just doesn't exist. You guys, I want you to know that I value all of you. I truly am grateful for all of you. All of you are beautiful. I love all of you. And I know that the good that you're doing right now, staying up late, for those that bought my book, that have read my book, that are reading my book, or really maybe they read through it real quick and now maybe you need to go back and start applying some of the lessons in it. I know what it's going to look like for you if you do the good, not the work. It's not work. This is what I call the good. When you start doing the good, I know what that's going to look like for you. I know that if you had a goal that you want to teach people, I know that you could probably become an amazing teacher. I know if you had a goal to write a book, which I know some of you have said, your book inspired me, I know you'll write a book. I want to write a screenplay. I want to do, you guys, whatever you want to do, you can do. No, I can assure you, whatever you want to do, you can do. I look at my life, all the crazy stuff that I've done, a musician, a hypnotist, successful in 3 or 4 businesses. What else? I play sports. I pick things up really quick. I wrote a book. I've been in, on TV. I've been in different things. Guys, anything you want to do, you can do. Anything. Why did my voice change? I don't know. Just do it. All right. I love you guys. I know it's late, but I just want to let you know that you've got everything in you already. You're all survivors. You all are kicking ass. You guys are amazing. Now you've got to do the good. You've got to do the good. You've got to practice these things. In my book, I tell you exactly what to do every day, how to start your day, how to end your day. I give you lessons in there on exactly, when something happens, what to do. Before it happens, you'll know what to do. Or when it happens, you'll know what to do. Guys, I'm here for you. I'm happy to help you. And all I want you guys to do is I want you to fly into the light. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to fly into your light. I want you to stay activated, and I want you to inspire others. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Of course it's not. I love you guys. I'm proud of all of you. But now it's time. It's time to start flapping those wings a little bit more than you have been. It's time to make that decision. Decide. It's time to get quiet. It's time to start sharing your story. And if there's anybody negative in your life, time to take out the trash. It's time to take out the trash. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. Have a great, great night. Have a great, great week. I don't know if we all even have a week to live. Let's say we don't. So have a great now. Have a great now. And I will see you guys tomorrow, later. I don't know. Share this with people that you love. Can you guys do that for me? Share this with people that you love. Let's go out there and be the bright light for people. Let's be the beam of light. Just like my buddy here. Just like my buddy. Let's show people how to fly. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Hugs and kisses. There's a big hug and a kiss for all of you. Bye.